First and foremost, I want to say Kalalali, Yahweh, Bashem, Yashai, Bashem, Kodash. The honors the elders and apostles of great men stone, citations to all the brothers pushing this work in all sincerity and in truth. So this is an article released on 1st of May 2020 at 11:57 a.m. right? So about 11 hours ago. So the article reads, Puerto Rico hit by a strong 5.5 magnitude earthquake. Right? You can see photos if you visit the website, which is the article is on RT. So you can see the damage in the picture right here. Right? So when you read the article go down, it tells you a little bit about what happened and the size of the earthquake, the aftershocks, the damage that it caused, the radius in which it happened. So the key point that I want to bring out on this article is at the end of the page, or the end of the article. It says the quake also caused some damage to a power line connecting Ponce with Pinuelas in the west, causing an outrage, the local energy authority said. The malfunction had since been repaired. The Saturday, look at this, the Saturday quake is the latest in a series that has been affecting Puerto Rico since December 2019, killing and injuring several people and prompting the government to declare a state of emergency after a 6.4 magnitude shock in January. So now let's look up that word, series. Right? You are supposed to know what series mean, but nevertheless, let's look up the word series. Right? The word series. A number of things or events of the same class coming one after another in spatial or temporal succession. Right? A set of regularly presented, this is talking about TV. So it's anything in sequence that is happening over a period of time, right? That is what is a series, right? So when you jump back to the article, it says that this quake is just one of the latest in a series that has been affecting Puerto Rico since December 2019, right? And what is significant about this is that this is a part of the signs of the times that we're living in. When you see things like this happening, it's directly correlating to prophecy, right? Because when you jump to the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse, let's see, it's up there. Verse 7 says, For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. Right? So let's look up that word diverse. Right? Throughout, according to toward along. Right? Diverse. That's what word diverse in the Merriam-Webster. An indefinite number, more than one. Right? So a multitude of places, so to speak. So there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, according to what the precept is referring to. Right? And that is what we're seeing right now. We're seeing earthquakes happening in diverse places and in a strange manner. Right? When you see earthquakes happening over a period of time, in sequence, in a spatial succession, one behind the other, right? This is not anything that is normal, right? So the article states clearly what is happening, right? And these are the things that we're supposed to use and measure the time diligently in itself. 2 Ezra 9 tells you what to do. Tells you that these are some of the things that you're supposed to mark the time that we're living in. So he answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So these earthquakes that you're seeing happening, they are signs of the times. And don't be surprised if here in Jamaica a massive earthquake hit Jamaica this year, because the Jamaican populace believe that they are blessed because throughout the years gone by, you understand, they have not been hit by a massive natural disaster. They haven't been devastated by an earthquake for a very long, by an earthquake or a hurricane or a tsunami for a very long time. And I have it in my feelings, in my bones, right, that this year might be their year, right? So don't be surprised, because these things are going to happen increasingly over the earth in the coming months ahead, in the coming days ahead, right? Let's jump to 2 Ezra chapter 15 and read this. It said, Behold, verse 15, verse 5, it said, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So when you talk about natural disasters, right, you're talking about famine, death, and destruction. Because the death and the destruction causes a destabilization of natural flow of the economy, which causes famine. So if this thing happens to Jamaica, it's going to cause a massive breakdown of the social, economical stature, structure of the country. So look out, man. Look out, because these strange events are happening increasingly. Right? The Bahamas got their share. Haiti got their share. Right? Puerto Rico is getting their share. So there are places all over the earth that is getting their full share of these plagues. Right? So Jamaica might be next. Right? America might be next. So look out for these things. Let me get to one more. Alright then. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 14. It said, Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. So the plagues are sent, man. Right? And shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out, till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, return it not backward. Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? So this is Ezra's envisioning what is happening in these last days. And he's seeing complete destruction and chaos. Right? So you might think that this series of earthquake that is happening in Puerto Rico isn't of any significance, right? But it only is. It's not of any significance when you compare it, right? It's significant because it's relating to prophecy, but it is not of any significance when you compare it to what is about to come, because the fire is gradually turning up. Right? The heat is turning up. Right? Because the plague shall not turn again. You see? Them are going there upon the earth. Straight up until the time of the end. Right? Verse 18 says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The power shall stand in fear. When you watch the movie 2012, all of the nations, them leaders, when it says the power shall stand in great fear, it's talking about the leaders. Right? And when you watch the movie 2012, you realize that all the leaders did not know what to do. Right? Most of them were standing in great fear. In the last scene, when the quote-unquote president of America in the movie decided to stay with his people, he decided to stay, but it was just out of pure ignorance. In the last end, when he realized how devastating it was, you saw complete fear upon his face, and it was as if his heart melted in that moment. Right? So when these things start to heat up on the earth, man, right? The famine, great death, the beginning of wars, the powers shall stand in great fear. The powers that be, all the government, the heads of states of all of these nations, they shall stand in great fear, because the times that we are going in isn't anything that we have seen, isn't like anything we have seen before. Right? The beginning of evils, and when and what shall I do when these evils shall come? There is only one thing to do: trust in the Lord. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So these things are sent as scourges for amendment. The nation of Puerto Rico is amending for the sins that they have done against the Lord. Right? All of these debts are sent as scourges for amendment, and more is going to come. Right? And with that, I want to say Kalalal, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Akakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Stone, and salutations to all brothers pushing this work in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom.